An agnostic is a confused fool. And an atheist is an ignorant fool, along with the materialist. All of these mindsets, paradigms, narratives, false narratives, by and large, are the result of the misleading impressions, the misleading teachings, false suggestions, the willful obfuscation of the teachings of Scripture, the Bible. And it is all due to the nefarious machinations of organized religion. The Bible is a spiritual book, more at home in a coven rather than a building such as a church. The Bible is a book of astrotheology, of how spirit works with matter, of how the fifth dimension, higher dimension of harmonic universe number 2 works through harmonic universe number 1, dimension 3, materiality. Man has been on earth for millions of years and has always existed potentially, meaning animal man has the potential to be a god. This is called apotheosis. Man has seen this world, animal man has seen this world make the grand cosmic cycles many times, and has studied the effects and recorded the results. The ancient magi, those responsible for the compilation of Scripture, those wise men who were able to even get astrotheological books such as Revelation past the Council of Nicaea, when the original scriptures were compiled and when it was decided that certain books could be let in and other books were banned. No. Emperor Constantine was a pagan Roman emperor who created Christianity and tried to conceal the true mysteries of the scriptures from the masses that they intended to control. But the Magi, God bless their souls, were able to get certain scriptures such as Revelation, which is a book of astrotheology. The Magi concealed their discoveries about astrotheology and secrets from the profane, from the controllers. They concealed the knowledge of the signs of the zodiac and in the allegories of the Bible, within the allegories and parables of the Bible. In our stupidity, we read these ancient scriptures literally and get from them very little but false suggestions and misleading impressions, exactly as was intended by the masters who wrote them, to get them past the censors, the archons of this world, to fool the archons of this world so that the knowledge could travel and be here with us today. We read of Ezekiel's wheels, the book with 7 seals, the great red dragon that stood before the woman to devour her child as soon as it was born. Not a preacher in Christendom can correctly interpret these parables, for they know nothing about the 7 etheric centers in the body, the energy vortices, the chakras in the body through which the etheric energy functions, and of which the book is a symbol. They never suspect that the great red dragon is a symbol of carnal lust in the blood, a symbol of animal human that must be mastered. Agnostics are confused fools. Atheists are ignorant fools, along with materialists, the scientists, the new religion of this age, regard man as an independent entity, separate and apart from cosmic spirit. The supreme power, the mind of all, the supreme power of the mind of God, the cosmic spirit. They regard material man as an independent entity. What we know as a living man is not a being separate and distinct from the cosmic power, but the effect of the supreme power manifesting on the material plane through an organized body of waves and producing in the human brain a state of consciousness, which should clearly inform man that he is the effect of the supreme power manifesting on the material plane, an emanation of the spirit into the material plane. When man knows that, when we understand this, then only do we know truly the one true God as cosmic spirit. And before we know this, before man knows, he is misled and is searching here and there for God, not knowing that God is within him. Man is because the supreme power flows through his body. Cut off the power and all function ends, including the state of brain function called consciousness. There is no consciousness in the brain except that produced by the supreme power acting on the brain. There is no life for the spiritually dead, for those cut off from their higher self, from the higher spiritual world, from their inner pharaoh, because it has been positively attacked in this current day and age of the Antichrist, anti-cosmic spirit principle. And to create your soul, your solar body, you must turn away from this world and the habits of this world, because the positive transmutation of the creative libido into authentic solar bodies, that is how you begin to turn away from the animal man and marshal and create your energies, or master your energies. We need to create the soul, and to create the soul, we need to be born again, as it is said in the Bible, in scriptures, to the knowledge of the cosmic influence, to the astrotheology of spirit and the way that it interacts with matter. To be born again means to create soul. That is why only those who are born again will see the kingdom of heaven. Now, obviously, we must begin at the foundation at Malkuth to ascend up the tree of life. To create soul, to give birth to soul is exclusively a sexual problem, because Yesod, foundation, is sexual. Your root chakra, the red dragon. And the term manas is Sanskrit for mind. So the lower mind, the animal mind, the inferior manas, is the mental world of the physical world. And the superior manas is the human soul, the higher mind, your inner pharaoh. The mind, the manas, is that which characterizes man. With this said, strictly speaking, we are not truly men or women until we have realized the superior manas within us, the higher inner pharaoh, the higher mind. Man typically lives with a lump of contradictory psychic aggregates, the ego, that is beholden to the material world, that is preyed upon by the material world and Ha-Satan, the adversarial world of the digital matrix, leeching off of our essence, leaving it the most vulnerable aspect of ourselves in a hypnotized state. Therefore, we need to tear off these parasites, these leeches, the Wittico, the mind virus, kill our egos, so to speak, in order to create an individual mind if we wish to become a true person, a true homo luminous, a true ascendant metahuman. The true human, the new human, is one with a concrete mind, a true individual with a permanent center of consciousness. The superior manas, the higher mind, the vehicle of Tiphereth in the Kabbalah, is the human soul. Until we have a human soul, until we have made contact with our human soul, we are not really human. We are just lower mind, intellectual homunculi, robots, automatons, just the seed of a man, just the shell. We have to plant the seed in a rich, potent soil. Only then can we grow into a true meta-human, a true higher human with a soul, and be ready for the solar flash. Namaste. Namaskaram.